I'll be your captain on this musical journey ride.
In descriptive detail, derailing misconceptions prevails. All aboard, onto indiscriminate paths, parallel blank canvases, and take hold of the brush, as if it's a manifestation of soul trapped in body, flirting with perception to explore every inch of her skin. Shapely figures of speech to reach an impasse and ask for understanding, to conclude the roads of progressive impediments, stuttered out wisdom for the ages, but never realized its depth caged in the simplicity of its delivery. Delivery from these words which seem to mask the essence of it all. Great walls to crumble before the subtle redirection of conscious efforts, affording a faith not found in numbers or supporting views. Distortion abused true natures. Food for thought, feeding minds with an open mouth to be fed. Bread alone sustains the movements. Lucid dreams draw me closer to touching the translucence of all these semi-realities. Primitive and Renaissance is the same carnation, seed to full flowering in an instant. Before the eye of the beholder, the distance of time's measured to separate the two, losing relevance. Long lost relative.
Our life is an unfoldment, spiritual.
Ancestral summoning, ceremonial seance, inner circles fertile with crops harvest. Autumn fallen upon us. Greeneries breathe different shades, shadows cast by the sun in respect to our positions on earth. Rotating before our feet, complete the cycle 365 degrees. Found kneeling before the altar, sacrificial burnings of channeled energies, encircling the heart of our existence. Stripping bodies bare to the naked eye, four chambers revealed without cage to conceal. Appeal to the parts of the mind which haven't been redefined by experience, to enter into a return to the truest state of the purest nature. Abandoning all dualities, dedicated to the devotion. Bathing rain inside the ocean, sea life held by the curvatures of the planet. In plain sight, kites surrender to the wind, drawn in towards the sky. I've lost direction of where I'm headed. Once embedded upon embankments, lost the love for solid ground. Stalking the sound of the calling with silent whispers. Her lips have become a fixture, prisoner to reaching the source.
I was born an eternity ago, awakened by the sun. Vitamin D and rich elements quenched my skin, and that was when our life was begun. When we were all wise kin, knew we were stars as well. Comedic metaphysics. With every fallen star, one of us dies, but with every new star, one is born. Build, destroy, brings forth born, live physical form. Symbolizing all existence, sun disk the true norm. Every soul is elegance, like the bright coursing rays of light, bathing your shell. Nectar, nature, the opposite of hell. Now alive in 98, I'm not seeing much heaven, just gloominess. Another Europe all God complex, all dogs solely eclipsed. Don't be blinded, move Dinah. The Babylonian moon goddess have her binded. Ra. Off the lies and show her naked truth. Either make a note of it or write it in the scriptures. Now I must do my haynu so that the sun can shine tomorrow.
Where am I? Bright light. I hear sounds, screaming, no, singing, no. I'm not sure.
A lost soul floating hopelessly through limbo. A gentle breeze pushed me closer to my ending, bending space and time as I chase the chime, her vibrating through my very being. The all-seeing eye of light is my beacon to the shores of salvation, erasing all transgressions of past digressions, arresting the yin and yang until my cosmic karma hangs in balance. With universal harmonic symphonic soliloquies encompassing my 360 degrees of inner knowledge, used to check demonic tendencies of carnal desires. On my left transpires logic picks a waiting inferno that burns eternally for me and all that fell from grace. while my rights creative images brought into fruition through a vision of place
That waits for me, that waits for me.
as the chorus of divine entity sings me up to heaven's gates. Behind me is a time forgotten by mine, yet held as the last bastion of my humanity.
To look back is pain, to look back is death.
Again, I wander aimlessly, guided by the sounds surrounding me. Enveloped completely, I developed the resolve to step forward and have this great weight absolved.
From my shoulders, from my soul.
Before me stands judgment. A ibis-headed man beckons me come. A hand plunges within, pulls my heart.
The trial begins.
There's a scale, at one end sits a feather. Told am I that if my heart is heavier,
Down I shall descend to the pits of Dante's demise, but
shall the felt to tilt, the heavens I shall rise. To my surprise, the scale weighs in perfect balance. Seems as if my talents are yet needed upon this earth. In a flash of light, I am returned, held in my mother's arms, a babe
that bears witness to my own
rebirth,
that bears witness to my own
rebirth,
that bears witness to my own
rebirth.
that bear witness to my own.
Yahweh, Jehovah,
Out of the womb I slipped, between two vaginal lips, pushing to the light of sight, a fetus into a child, an offspring of the sun, spun up a wet and wild journey conceived from a father's sperm, giving my mother a seed implanted in the ovaries of eternity, an entity, organism in the system of creation, sperm swimming in the lake, fluids to make, being in a congruent state. Through movement I was able to generate enough energy to surpass fate and become part of the human race, waiting for the cervical canal to dilate, solemnly, silently searching for a trace of a face that I could call my own, unaware of my surroundings, but knew that my creator's sanctuary was my home. Bonding with this life force, I would twist my body, communicating with my mother, pounding on her uterus with my underdeveloped kick. The pulsation was my snare, the bond that we shared was rare. One breath, one life, one love, push came to shove. I didn't want to budge, but the force from above let me know it was time to go. Told me so, a baby boy with the ovum of the X and Y chromosome, being born within the ozone at the throne of the dome, called Earth, birth to a child of the cosmos. Earthlings, gossip, talk, walk the same. Shop, stab, acts, locked in spots to exchange. Melodramatic soap opera drama and shortchange themselves for others' opinions. It's a shame. Earthlings, gossip, talk, walk the same. Shop, stab, acts, blocked in spots to exchange. Melodramatic soap opera drama and shortchange themselves for others' opinions. It's a shame. I'm an outsider outcast, put in the public school system with my peers. I honestly couldn't last, always passed, but felt like I was from a different planet. Knew my origin, but questioned the granted that others took for granted. Don't forget where you came from the fallopian tube to the flesh of your mother's breast you used to hang from. We got a nation held at ransom, killing selfish ways, and today let's start the planning and enhancement of our grandsons. Offspring's daughters banning marauders and handguns, make goals of progression, and with life lessons let's expand to another realm where higher beings dwell. Don't fail, I sail on the thought, current and tell the truth for the youth are reflections of the parents, and it's apparent the kids will share at least an inherent characteristic trait. So let's re-evaluate our current state of living and start giving all we have back to the human race. Earthlings, gossip, talk, walk the same. Shop, stab, acts, flock to spots to exchange. Melodramatic soap opera drama and shortchange themselves for others' opinions. It's a shame. Earthlings, gossip, talk, walk the same. Shop, stab, acts, flock to spots to exchange. Melodramatic soap opera and shortchange themselves for others' opinions. You are ashamed.
Celestial beings make way as I pass through the gateway. From the heavens to the terror, I enter my terrestrial vessel. I wrestle with the flesh of infantile and bipedal. I settle in as a blinking and thinking man. At 13 I'm drinking man. At 18 18 I'm sinking, man. At 19 I'm sinking, man. Understanding synchronicity, unravel mystery, unfathomable history. Dabble mystically, what ganja lifted me spiritually. I harmonize with musical tones in unusual poems. It's soothing to the soul, clears confusion unfolds on the path to behold. I walk through the fire and out of ashes arose. Call out fascists with flows to let the bastards know we know. So my attention is focused as I get in the lotus, and then I put them on notice. We know the system's bogus, life ain't hopeless. We hold the self, evidently the self is guided by various elements simultaneously. It came to me, angered me, simmered, transformed, chose freedom, not slavery or chicanery. The world gave to me to play me, enslave me, call me crazy. I still give thanks daily. I'm the only one, the one who can save me. Would you help to aid me? Ills of the world will no longer plague me.
I see heads trying to be cool, thinking cool heads prevail, acting like the world's a stage and there are tickets for sale. There's no surprises when the curtain rises, cause everyone denies us that life is comprised of decisions and compromises. So I just try to speak clearly so you can understand. Put words together like conjunctions. My only assumption is I got time to live life, see? And if I'm right when I'm finished, I'll be the only one like me. I never follow trends to get ends, I want the means. I know where friends are, I'm not surrounded by fiends. Can you feel this realness? I'm not your typical trying to be down, hanging around. The orbit I travel in is elliptical. I only take direction if I need direction. I make selections but admit that I'm wrong if I need correction. When I strive for perfection, it's not for anyone else. Never settle for being selfish. I am myself.
I am myself, no games to be played, no script to be written, no scene to be made. I am myself, no games to be played, no script to be written, no scene to be made. I am myself, no games to be played, no script to be written, no scene to be made. I am myself, no games to be played, no script to be written, no scene to be made.
It's difficult as an individual to be an individual. People with opposite views will try to injure you, make you think your morals are wrong when you were walking on the right path all along. Everyone's got an opinion about what you create in your dominion, claiming that they understand your vision. Some may be convincing, you gotta measure people's motive. It's quite essential to know if the advice is sincere and true. Analyze their investment in you. As artists, we've got a lot at stake. Public eyes stay ready to rape. This is the realm where dreams break, and your hopes are other people's jokes. You must be omnipotent to cope. This is why I keep a steady scope. Strive to refine my art endlessly. Study life to be one with its chemistry. Forever me.
I am myself, no games to be played, no script to be written, no scene to be made. I am myself, no games to be played, no script to be written, no scene to be made. I am myself, no games to be played, no script to be written, no scene to be made. I am myself, no games to be played, no script to be written, no scene to be made.
I don't try to go off to the next thing. I realize who you are. I don't try to go off to the next thing. I realize who you are. I check your state. I realize where you're at, feeling great, uplifted, then down. What happened? What changed in the moment? Recognize, think, focus, and visualize. From a divine place, stillness and silence, breaking space. I lead into a one state, proceed and meditate, shift and evaluate the presence.
This world can be a tricky place, taking on weight instead of elevate, chasing pleasures instead of meditate, blocking out the truth, trying to feel great instead of being content with that current state. Retune the vibration, the heart rate. I heard my inner voice start to mention, why don't you pay me more attention? Who am I really? The real question. Who am I really? The real person. Running around like I'm deep underground. I'm going deep within, breaking the surface. True
self, true self, self, true self, true self, self, and true self, true self, self.
She said,
true self, self.
Now that I've arrived here, where do I proceed to go? I've never been a soldier, just a soul summoned with an urge to express thought, lost and left behind, chasing the premise of existence. Another journey down this path of definition and resistance. For off in the distance, semblance misdirects my mortal senses. I was intoxicated by the remembrance of our last encounter. I thought at last we found her, but this journey was and still is far from over. No doubt, no doubt. That's when I heard eternity sing, yeah. And she said, constituted this cosmic influence, flashes of insight raced through as though saturated. We were slow to reawaken the renaissance of sentient beings, broadcasting the bliss of balance through unrestricted talents, verbally incandescent. Our synergistic effect reflects that of the story crescent. Measure these words by our deeds in these days of extremes. That's when I entered this ethereal dream and heard eternity sing, and heard eternity sing, and heard eternity sing. And she said,
At a very early date, it became evident that the human being was in serious difficulty trying to understand where he was, what he was, and why he was.
I'm consciousness having an experience to learn and grow. That's what I am. You know?
A negative force test, my vital points, now I'm off target, heartless, treading through troubled waters. Like doors appearing out of order, dreams become slaughter. Denial was my artificial pleasure, like marijuana. As I bask in the land of the lost, dual wars with grim thoughts unbalanced. For any challenge I face, victory rapidly deflates. Cause hard times set the pace. Trace my soul and use the blue, urging me to stay out of tune, on path to rhythm.
Always search the soul for the rhythm. Adrift on holy waters of your former recollections and now dim reflections of the dreamt and the love shoved deep into past tense with a side cast zen. I wait for your remembrance. I wait for you to listen for me in the suckles, sighs, cries of fresh-made, brown-shaded babes played over ancient chants of the black-fisted soldier, and to feel me in the tremors under the covers of diasporan original lovers, and to see me in the wind-blown sands of the Sudan and swift motherland hips and drips of sun rays and rain, to know me once again. Rhythm, my name.
Foul lifestyles may be gaining thirst for change, so I dug deep inside of self to maintain. On a path to rhythm, peeking past religion. Spiritual frame name, my destination, tell your wisdom. Vibes from the physical, read the mechanism. Clicking like metronome, ticks and repetition. I listen to its melodic inventions. Replenish self-knowledge, hence balance. On to peace, realizing I kept the beat. On path to rhythm.
Always search the self for the rhythm. Scorch the force that lives negative in the soul, grown cold. Hold on. Know that the path is never lost, only hidden. So always search the self for the rhythm.
He looked around him and he saw a nature unfolding. But behind this nature, as he saw it, there must be something else.
But he had no one.
Walking through this
jungle abyss,
it's a mystery.
How the history
of planetary change. Walking through this
jungle abyss,
it's a mystery.
How the history
of planetary change.
I take the days as they come. I was raised in the ways of the drum. I don't know what I'm running away from, but I smoke a lot of bomb, it helps me to stay numb. Trying to make sense of this fable we call light. Trying to transmit 2 tables in a mic. Claiming you're able, yet you don't know what it's like to rumble. Live by the laws of the jungle. Rumble and thunder, I come up from the under. It's been a long time now, I gotta feed my hunger. Washing my back because evil it is among us. The people in control is the same people who hung us. I also try to keep a close eye on my rivals. Awareness is the key in this game for survival. You know as well as I know it's all a part of our primal instincts. The process of evolution in sync. Not asking for a reason why I'm praying to no holy shit. Child of the jungle, I make tracks through the foliage. Roll me up a stogie, sit back and reflect as the cold sweat roll down the back of my neck. I penetrate the mist with the staff of my fist. I feel the snakes hiss, every day is a risk. As I sink in deeper than the depths of the Congo, my movements are soothed by the sounds of the bongo.
Walking through this
jungle abyss,
it's a mystery.
How the history
planetary change. Walking through this
jungle abyss,
it's a mystery.
How the history of planetary change.
My reaction is uplifted when I release the proper ingredients for my examination. Mental contemplation causes me to think about life in our existence. Forms a question mark as a spark of flame. The voice inside of me is the same. It's a game of the swinging pendulum. Creation or the unequal manifestation of truth. I dig my own grave till I contact with the roots. My purpose on earth is worth my motivation. Facing a blockade to escapade. A jungle abyss, filling this blank page with thoughts. A blood clot that needs to be popped. I'll blast my way through this mystery. mystery. Here the answers are revealed, peeling back the surface to reveal the worth, the worthless. Recollections intertwined, fusion down my spine now. Am I a vandal, a mangling, leaving your carcass dangling in a world of dust? I bust the seams in your cranium crack. Better move back before the attack smacks upside of your head, leaving your brain dead. It's a mystery. What is the history of infinite stories? The pendulum swings of dynamic oppositions. My position, jungle abyss, this intuition. Walking through this jungle abyss. It's a mystery. How the history, planetary change. Walking through this jungle abyss. It's a mystery. How the history, planetary change.
Before we march into the jungle, we make our tracks, catching bodies on the humble with surprise attacks. Manifest what I digest and bless this madness. Reinvest most of my time killing all bad debts, burning off my physical, but I ain't finished off yet, because my spiritual will tell me how to mentally flex. Brainstorms, now I'm reborn, and I see what's going on. How my people are getting tricked by the wickedest forms. I wet them up, lickety split, hit them off with the real, unveil the truth and reveal the secret signs and seals. Try not to get too high tech with the words that I select, but at the same time I keep your mind on the next step. X-Files, I check styles, wreck rappers for miles, detect conspiracies that clear me out the industry files, and it goes deeper when the world starts to treat you like an obsolete creature and expect you to come back perpetrating the main feature. Rules are made for fender benders with secret agendas. Eagle tender goes around to make you surrender. I'm just a black man on track, cold chillin' with my fam as I take a stand to make a million. Black man on track, cold chillin' with my fam as I take a stand. No time for half-stepping, second-guessing or testing. When your people's on the street be showing love and still checking, expecting you to come out cutting up these stakes in the grass, dropping science like it ain't nothing with your tank filled with gas, ready to go for miles with my lyrical styles. People be saying Africa's a miracle brainchild. Study what to do next, keep my rap in context, stepping through this jungle barefooted without Gore-Tex. Although the northern wilderness is slowly killing us off, I don't ever see myself getting thrown off course. So Mike G, enter. Mike G, come on, enter. Cause we can do this in the dead of the winter. Now in the room I see mad heads, but do they tally a mill? Yeah, we tally a mill. So I can sit back and chill. It's all my people sitting around, we trying to gather a plan. We're gonna take the whole land. Just move around town, making deals and things. Let you know I take the world and put it under my wing. With the salad I possess, I rise much, much higher. The G is on the mic, and we're much, much flyer than your Maya of thought 2 years ago. Just a jungle bro, just a jungle flow. Just listen, black man, just listen to me well. Got a long ass story and I'm going to tell about the black man on track, cold chillin' with my fam as I take a stand to make a million. Black man on track, cold chillin' with my fam as I take a stand to make a million.
To know thyself is what ultimately opens up all of the vistas of possibility within the field of potential in which we all exist. And by knowing oneself, we empower ourselves. So we have to look at our own dark aspects of our own subconscious mind.
Seeing sparkle of lights that have been before the existence of the solar system, trying to tell me to remain consistent. Down and need assistance, under an ear to listen to appear to listen, but really how much they missing? A lot. Beat the knots in the circulation that stops. Seeing lights under a title of rightfully receiving stripes for being beasts. No typo negative, we taking a dementia. Extremely demented in love, descendants of doves. Barack Amin mug often. A menace crushing colonies, but music is a common ease. The only option for communities to stay unfragmented.
Don't let nobody take control.
bright lights. World made of any molds gives us something to handle slow, slipping through the fingers. Even cement can be restructured, gravel and chains de-scramble your brain cells swell, telling tales to those who will listen. A man made of brick, absorbing an impact, never retained. These ghosts would rather remain nameless when facing their past. But whoever asked, their mask comes with blindfolds and can't see the apathy. Apparently becoming a nightmare is necessary when pleasant dreams are at stake. Cradled by the dead hand, don't wake and let the man shake. No, not preferred is what the poor soul would ask for. Horsemen at the door asking if you reign, but managed to escape the unexpected outcome. Out you came.
What's up, ACLO? Same old same. I'm healthy, I'm alive, I can't complain. I see you trooping through the streets trying to dodge the rain. But I'm healthy, I'm alive, I can't complain. Momentum is gain, it intensifies the pain. I'm healthy, I'm alive, I can't complain. As long as you get to break those chains. Yeah, I'm healthy, I'm alive, I can't complain. How does it feel to be truly understood? Well, good. It's nice to know you're doing all you should. Being all that you can be despite your circumstances. Just buckle up and take the world head on and make advances. But don't take chances. We both know the world is scandalous. The criminals are everywhere from the south of France to Kansas. He dances with wolves, he hypnotizes snakes. And him, he wrestles alligators in the lake. I'll do all I can, but I'm just one man with a microphone in hand. And you know what happens after that. Sometimes I float with it, sometimes I go against the grain. But I'm healthy, I'm alive, I can't complain. What's up, AC alone? Oh, same old same. I'm healthy, I'm alive, I can't complain. It's war on the streets, I can see the blood stains. I'm healthy, I'm alive, I can't complain. I heard somebody likes to mention your name. Yeah, I'm healthy, I'm alive, I can't complain. They whip behind the ears and got water on the brain. Yeah, I'm healthy, I'm alive, I can't complain. The tenacity for my capacity is beyond my control. For it is the truth that I must uphold. Intake and download and told from the soul. Wherever I go, the truth goes and it grows. When evil rears its ugly head, it shows. Way beyond your hairstyles and your clothes. Mark my word, God's temple won't be disturbed. The good is much more preferred and deserved. I overheard a Jaybird singing the words to the greatest song written. The fruit is forbidden. I'm only one man and I'll do all I can with the microphone in hand. And you know what happens after that. What's up, AC alone? Oh, same old same. I'm healthy, I'm alive, I can't complain. See a trooper through the city trying to dodge the rain. Oh, I'm healthy, I'm alive, I can't complain. Momentum is gain, it intensifies the pain. I'm healthy, I'm alive, I can't complain. As long as you get to break those chains. Yeah, I'm healthy, I'm alive, I can't complain. What you gonna do? Where you gonna run? And who you gonna run to? What you gonna do? Where you gonna run? And who you gonna run to? What you gonna do? Where you gonna run? And who you gonna run to? What you gonna do? Where you gonna run for? And who you gonna run to? I'm nearly fit as a fiddle, except for a little limp in my walk and my talk. The hemp from the stalk is the only medicine for my rheumatism and helps open up the doors to my mental prism. Racism, industrialism, capitalism, uncivilized socialism, computerized, televised, contrived, microorganism, microchip, micro-incision, good machines, bad machines, factory rejects and recalls and corporation schemes. I'm only one man and I'll do all I can with the microphone in hand. And you know what happens after that. What's up, Ace One? Oh, same old same. I'm healthy, I'm alive, I can't complain. It's war on the streets, I can see the blood stains. Yeah, I'm healthy, I'm alive, I can't complain.
I heard somebody likes to mention your name.
Well, I'm healthy, I'm alive, I can't complain.
They went behind the ears, ain't got water on the brain.
I'm healthy, I'm alive, I can't complain. But we can talk about it.
Alright, scene. You did your thing.
Said go to college, kid, in a dream that I had to be a novelist. Life is an ocean with a lot of wet. Look, son, you like Saint Nick, a lot of gifts you got to give. Drop top, got to shift. Do I miss him or not? Yeah, I toggle with. No Google Gaga shit. I'm a grown ass man, but he set me up with a grown ass plan. I don't drink a lot, yet I smoke a bit. No pork, get a girl with the kosher lips. Black Panther growl with a hip hop style. And talks with peace, no buy a child. Black American to Vietnam. It's all colorful songs, yeah, I see that by. Pop said, Son, better free that mind. I did not forget, don't you see that mind? You believe this was left back in 79. Past lifelines way back before my time.
I'm glad I listened when my father was back to me.
Control the road that I walk on, and everything that I harp on, and where I'm playing my part on. The game I place is my stages. In my head remain ageless. Forgetting names but no faces.
I give thanks to my father for being around.
Pop stay straight face, no frown. See the world upside when you're feeling down. I walk my own path now, yet repeat the steps. With my weight gain through pictures, I see connects with the patchy beard and my laid back eyes. Chip off the old block, yeah, the Frank Moore tribe. Now my time begins when the night I thin gin. Peace to Gwendolyn Brooks, parties amend them. Reminiscing, speak on visions or pussy missions. Yeah, I did them, but I need something different, y'all. Living on the edge, you will fix the fall. And Pop said, son, you gotta move ahead. Leave all this behind before you're gone and dead. So I'ma get gone before I die. Ain't nothing like black American pie.
I'm glad I listened when my father was back to me.
Control the road that I walk on, and everything that I harp on, and where I'm playing my part on.
I give thanks to my father for being around.
The game I place is my stages, but in my head remain ageless. Forgetting names but no faces. The world in my head is a one adventure. The one outside needs space to enter like Alcatraz. Trying to escape the gin, you drink to whimper. Pass out, can't remember where I started, dearly departed. Left me a message, gotta move regardless. 5:45 was when the dream had started. 12 last nights when my brain had farted. I drank too much alcohol. Talk like I had it out for all. Can't remember too much from my fall. Let's continue tomorrow. That I walk on, and everything that I harp on, and where I'm playing my part on. The game I place is my stages, but in my head remain ageless. Forgetting names but no faces. Control the road that I walk on, and everything that I harp on, and where I'm playing my part on. The game I place is my stages, in my head remain ageless. Getting names but no faces.
Here we go again, no pain, no gain. But I've been becoming numb as a shot of Novocaine. Obstacles overcame, who knows who owes the blame. But we shoulder the load and own the day. My time to shine is always, but to get to the light, I had to walk through the doorway. Down an unilluminated corridor where I couldn't see the end, but I knew there was more in store. Embrace my fear, something like a warrior and spoke words of power, more like an orator. Then I put my scimitar through the minotaur at the crossroads. I never thought I would get that far, so I didn't hear the riddle. Sorta like a rock in a hard place, I'm stuck in the middle. Pressed to come up with an answer without a question, problem without a precedent, so I quest within, searching for the center spring. I wonder if I'm living in my sleep or awake, walking in a dream. If the stakes are my mistakes or keep me outside heaven's gates, then I'll search for a better place. Get my cheddar straight, meditate to levitate above the stress and strain. Headaches of everyday pursuits, trying to get loot. Many things that you gotta go through to get through vice and virtue. I'm more invincible than I ever been when I pick up a pen, a pencil, and go within. Bring it out and do my thing without a single doubt. I sing it loud, something for me to think about, yeah. Who am I? see yourself savior or your own worst enemy? Who am I? More than my identity. What am I? The truth that I didn't see. Look in my eyes and tell me, what do you see yourself savior or your own worst enemy? F it. I gotta push one bird in the hands better than two in the bush. Out of what I have, I can make more, ripple into a tidal wave that breaks on the shore of possibilities. Endless, alone in my padded room, I can still feel the breeze. My thoughts are things, unreal as it all seems. I got knowledge of self so I can be the boss of me. Breathe it in as we begin to ponder what is it that we believing in, and the phenomenon of being human being, and how you probably got your eyes too wide shut for you to see it. The recipe to set me free so I can live out my destiny and let the rest of me rest in peace. Will never be revealed, it was never concealed. Just give it my best and we will be healed on this uphill journey, taking a step at a time. In the inner recesses of my mind I find all kind of ideas I hear quite clear through my inner mind's eyes, ears. Life is but a dream. Everything ain't what it seems when we swing from the puppet strings. I had a question I couldn't ask, so I took a crash class as I gazed in my looking glass. Who am I? More than my identity. What am I? The truth that I didn't see. Look in my eyes and tell me, what do you see? A self-savior or your own worst enemy? Who am I? More than my identity. What am I? The truth that I didn't see. Look in my eyes and tell me, what do you see? A self-savior or your own worst enemy?
I see you wipe your hands on your pants eating greasy chicken. I see you do silly things that's hella sickening. Picking boogers, taking shits without washing your hands and booty licking. I seen you steal your mama's money out her purse. I seen you when you're at your best, when you're at your worst. I seen you use makeup to cover up your scars. I seen you dancing in your drawers trying to be a superstar. I seen you kill that man to cover up the tracks. I seen you on your knees sweating trying to find some crack. I'm your mirror, nobody is clearer. Take a look at yourself, nobody is nearer. Be honest, what you see is what you get. Break me, for 7 years you'll be vexed. I'm your mirror, nobody is clearer. Take a look at yourself, nobody is nearer. Mesmerizing if you stare too long. Now tell me, could you live if I was gone? I'll tell you what I see when you look at me. I'll tell you who you really be when you look at me. But you could never lie to me when you look at me. Now do you like what you see when you look at me? I'm your mirror.
I heard there's a place that you embrace when you go there. You feel a subtle presence of a spirit that is so rare. There's not a cold stare in sight. And oh yeah, the glare is nice. You feel its warmth, caress the stress, tension where the snare is tight. Relax, slow, with thoughts are fast and tactful. A dream within a dream until it seems to be more natural. It starts in a place that is central to your universe. A star it creates or relates to you, the moon to earth. Rebirth of self, the wealth and love and happiness occurs at a time of what we preach is what we practice in. That's what the magic is, a long forgotten relative, a higher version of our own selves. We gotta let it live. It's got a lot to give this place when received. It's a beautiful tradition handed down in secret. The best part is it's never been that far. It's right here, deep within, at the core of who we are. Once upon a time, I used to try to run and hide. There's never no escape until you find a peace of mind. No matter how long I ran for, I never got that far. The only place I ever had was the closest to my heart. Once upon a time, I used to try to run and hide. There's never no escape until you find a peace of mind. No matter how long I ran for, I never got that far. The only place I ever had was the closest to my heart. I heard there's a place that people try and trace and search for. It's legends are down and they handed down through folklore. Tales of the heavens have my brethren fixated. We travel by land, sea, air, and space station, searching for the grail, secrets that avail us. We're looking for the answers to the questions with the veil stuck. To the ends of this earth we search and come back again. We toil in dirt and sift through every grain of sand. We split the atom, set pros to every planet, examine through the telescopes, but still can't fathom all the beauty and the eloquence, a reminiscent fragrance. Something so close you feel the most and think it's heaven sent. We take the measurements, calculate persistently, analyze the causes that affected us through history. Hey, it's all relevant, important and intelligent. Part of who we are is in those stars, we are the elements. It's all relevant, important and intelligent. Part of who we are is in those stars, now that's a sentiment. We want the evidence and seek it the sign, but we'll only believe when we see it with our eyes. But this place can't be seen as something that is only felt. We look every single place except deep inside ourselves. Acquire wealth, women, fortune and fame, things we used to fill the void, but it will never be the same. X doesn't mark the spot, you know you don't need a map. Close your eyes and breathe deep and never let the moment pass. Once upon a time I used to try to run and hide. There's never no escape until you find a peace of mind. No matter how long I ran for, I never got that far. The only place I ever had was the closest to my heart. Once upon a time I used to try to run and hide. There's never no escape until you find a peace of mind. No matter how long I ran for, I never got that far. The only place I ever had.
Look into the mirror, tell me what you see. Did you end up being what you really want to be? Did your life take a turn for the best or the worst? Are you blessed or depressed? Are you stressed? Was it worth all the years that you spent working, trying to stack and save? All the years that you spent working with the other slaves? Doesn't matter what you got, doesn't matter what you gave. Everything is left behind when you're buried in your grave. Tell me what your life about to grow now. Do you have a role? Is there something missing? Do you feel emptiness in your soul? It's simple to pass the hole, don't let it consume you. Know you ready, come on, let's go. Instructing you through the flow. Okay, it's a given that we all have to work. Everybody does it, from executives to deli clerks. Doesn't matter what you do it so you can eat. The sun hasn't even risen already. You on your feet, the days repeat. You start to resent the routine, thinking to yourself about my childhood dreams. What the hell happened? Time flew by, then went the years. Everybody moved forward, but I'm still stuck here. Look into the mirror, tell me what you see. Did you end up being what you really want to be? Did your life take a turn for the best or the worst? Are you blessed or depressed? Are you stressed? Was it worth all the years that you spent working, trying to stack and save? All the years that you spent working with the other slaves. Doesn't matter what you got, doesn't matter what you gave. Everything is left behind when you're buried in your grave. All my peers got families, vehicles and homes. What you don't see behind closed doors when they alone is that the debt that they accumulate never goes away. The way that things really are is not the way they portray. You see, the system set up so we never could progress. We should pinpoint the fields that our children love best and help to nurture them, enable them, developing their skills so when they grow up they're doing something that they love for real. Whatever happened to raising philosophers and thinkers instead of raising lazy little dirty rotten stinkers? Yo, it never ends. If you ain't rich, you never will be. The poor get poorer and the rich stay filthy. Look into the mirror, tell me what you see. Did you end up being what you really want to be? Did your life take a turn for the best or the worst? Are you blessed or depressed? Are you stressed? Was it worth all the years that you spent working, trying to stack and save? All the years that you spent working with the other slaves. Doesn't matter what you got, doesn't matter what you gave. Everything is left behind when you're buried in your grave. Look into the mirror, tell me what you see. Did you end up being what you really want to be? Did your life take a turn for the best or the worst? Are you blessed or depressed? Are you stressed? Was it worth all the years that you spent working, trying to stack and save? All the years that you spent working with the other slaves. Doesn't matter what you got, doesn't matter what you gave. Everything is left behind when you're buried in your grave.
Of life is a struggle.
We are in a spiritual war.
What's the word for the day, homeboy? It ain't nothing but this living shit. Trying to get this money right quick, you know how it is. Nigga trying to eat food and live, smoke weed, pay the rent on my crib so I can breathe. Life is not about the quickest speed. What you achieve come degree by degree, and what you get is what you see in your mind, visually and manifest physically. If you stick to it, shit'll work out terrifically. Take me, every day my life be hectic and stressful. Never really know if I'ma ever be successful, but the best things you get out of life require struggle. If it don't, you getting hustle, homeboy. You getting hustle, how I see it. Anything you wanna be, you could be it. If your mind can perceive it and your heart really believe it, then you halfway there. And all you got to do is do it. And if you give it all you got, it ain't really nothing to it.
Of life is a struggle to survive.
Keep on living.
We live to win. 'Cause if we lose, then we die.
Score. This ain't no game, this is war. Score. This ain't no game, this is war. Score. This ain't no game, this is war. Score. This ain't no game, this is war.
This is a psycho-spiritual war that is being waged against the people of the earth by an occult priest class. And people better start understanding this, they better start looking into it, they better start getting it right.
As a black boy, started out a bundle of joy, but quickly outgrew playing with toys. Then you started making noisy youth, trying to figure out the truth behind the shit that the schools ain't telling. First came rebelling, then came drug selling, juvenile court, 'cause you too young to be a felon. Knew that everything around you was yours, but you gotta maintain to gain the wealth that the world has in store. A wise man told you before, you got the power to bring things to life, black boy, you can test it. Everything you see is just a thought manifested, but before you had a chance to know that, you got arrested and it all seems clear to you now. You can breathe, it was different when you couldn't see the forest for the trees. If you follow your dreams, you can't accomplish anything. If you always do your best, then your destiny is king of the world.
Of life is a struggle.
Keep on living.
To survive, we live to win.
Every day.
'Cause if we lose,
ain't no coming back.
we die. Don't let life, no, don't let life mislead you. You have the power.
This ain't no game, this is war.
People, don't let life.
This ain't no game, this is war.
Don't let life
This ain't no game, this is war. Score. This ain't no game, this is war. Score. This ain't no game, this is war.
Of life is a struggle.
It's a struggle.
To survive.
Every day of our lives.
We live
to win.
to win. 'Cause if we lose, then we die. People, don't let life, no, don't let life.
There's a war on consciousness in our society, and if we as adults are not allowed to make sovereign decisions about what to experience with our own consciousness while doing no harm to others,
Projection of goal, which is to project a future which we can have goals which we can reach.
What you see is what you is, a reflection of your thoughts, your perception, your beliefs. Life isn't a coin toss, circle stranded, Earth's a virtual planet, marble and granite, waterfalls and bunny rabbits, addictions and bad habits.
People that get hip to that, man.
I am but a piece of driftwood pressed up against the water so close that I cannot see my own reflection, my flaws, imperfections. Instead, I float along, naive of the repercussions of being alone, isolated in a stream of ignorance, yet of perseverance. For even though I do not know my true destination, I have the patience to wait and see. For when I get there, the surprise of what happens when I arrive is more important than knowing what I look like on the way there.
Third eye vision travels in
in all direction, reflection, searching for the infinite connection, reflection, my third eye vision travels in all direction, reflection, searching for the infinite connection, my mind is tranquil, so peaceful that I'm tranquilizing reality and attempt to make it stay, eluding misconceptions of reflections. How can I look in the mirror when I am one, evidently in the flesh? Consequently, I'm at rest, knowing my first task is completed. Permanently from my list deleted. All expectations are exceeded. I'm seated in a deep rudimental main state. On a rainy day, I fluctuate into a supraliminal essence known as A1. When the days come, the days may take their stance atop the Sphinx. Parallel to pyramids, provoking thought is like a parallax. Objects are thrown at a fast rate. At a fast pace, you take your last taste of life. See these perceptions of mine, reflecting due time. On why my mind is astonishment, you'll find that if you walk in and notice that you lost your direction, then you're forced to be led by reflections. My third eye vision travels in all directions. Reflections, still searching for the infinite connection.
Yo, in this labyrinth of life, in spite of holding the rope, I might choke if it switches like a remote into a noose. Chokes me, but juices wanna hoax me and coax me. But I ain't trying to make my soul freeze into solid stone, that's not my goal. I'm unfolding ancient manuscripts and scrolls, paying spiritual tolls, not payrolls, to see what life holds for me. Formerly manufactured from the earth before birth, molded with the breath of life, breathed into us, trust me. Why? Cause the dust trust. No, as the globe rotates on its axis, we live corrupt to rot away from the closed jaws of the dark raven, escaping mistaken, contemplating about this dark haven.
Moving over dangerous ground, I find it hazardous. Cantankerous lifestyles deprive one of happiness. So yo, bro, I'm back in this infinite, miraculous energy while my enemies remain shady characters.
And if you don't know who you are, you follow me now, see? The knowledge of yourself. And if you don't know who you are, you follow me now, see? The knowledge of yourself. And if you don't know who you are, you follow me now, see? The knowledge of yourself. And if you don't know who you are, you follow me now, see?
Knowledge! I looked into the river like a mirror, saw the moon shimmer, felt the spark in my heart depart into a gentle flicker. It grew bigger. I'm trying to be a true brother, still I gotta dig a little deeper to get delivered. I try myself like a crook and throw the book at me, address the crannies and the nooks and take a second look at me. Infinitely, with honesty, I'm building me into a being of true love and great integrity. You feeling me? Secondly, nomadic poetry be flowing with me like telepathy, as energy is planetary.
Through the galaxies are making moves just like NASA. We have to be on some personal, meaningful soul cleansing, amending. Now virgin, tell me what you're defending. If you're not true to self, then you're not comprehending the facts. Counteract attacks, slap back your ego to the max before the time when your soul gets taxed.
And if you don't know who you are, you follow me now, see? The knowledge of yourself. And if you don't know who you are, you follow me now, see? The knowledge of yourself.
Archdeacon, supposedly beacon, speaking and preaching, impeaching the laws of the book, strictly crooks causing treason. Godly for one season, the next, without a reason, they enhance to eat beneath a tree at night, and they lease in their body is dirty, yo. The system's kinda got you, what people see on TV, they wanna be and just copy. There's in the city youth selling drugs, puffing beadies, situation seedy, greedy individuals on the daily drinking Baileys and cream, living for greed, crazy fiends chasing dreams, tell me what's it all mean?
Some people wanna run up their gums and talk faff when their egos clash, that's why I'm ready like cash. To face my circumstances, doing dances with wolves. Pull the wool from off my eyes, make sure my lungs are full. I hit the bull in his eye if he ain't ready to see that in the land of the blind, the devil holds the key. Basically, it's about slavery and captivity. Moving with energy that's built on negativity. The possibilities are rare when we don't care about the consequence of living life on the edge. That's why I take my pledge, no doubt. I move the devil out, cause if evil remains, it stains brains, no doubt. And I ain't even trying to fall out before the call out. When before that, I knew my soul was gonna get drawn out.
Knowledge for the people then. Knowledge for the people.
And if you don't know who you are, you follow me now, see? The knowledge of yourself. And if you don't know who you are, you follow me now, see? The knowledge of yourself. And if you don't know who you are, you follow me now, see? The knowledge of yourself. And if you don't know who you are, you follow me now, see?
reflections lost, like looking into rain puddles before it dries. The sky's the limit. Only a weaker man sits to act timid, to blend with the mass. The ones you thought were on your side leave your ass disregarded as ash in the lonely pursuit of cash. But deep beneath the wrath, you try to take a grasp, but you get what you deserve if you rely on a herd and don't have your own life to persevere. I'm just an observer of the images that tend to dim away and leave the disciples astray within false beliefs. Lost on their endless beach, sinking within the sands, infecting the glands with man-made highs, but able to grasp control. But this pen I hold to follow it outside the parameter, to escape a population, to find my own means of self-emancipation and continue on my journey. Images come and go like phases, similar to trendy ass phrases, just lost within the pages, but life standard stages, meant to advance. Fuck holding an image, don't be scared to take a chance. Images come and go like phases, similar to trendy ass phrases, just lost within the pages, but life standard stages, meant to advance. Fuck holding an image, don't be scared to take a chance. With my view in different lights, I come to touch with myself, to fulfill a constant crave. And here I stand, a slave of rhythmic patterns. It's a cold-hearted world, so my mind's base, where my anatomies fatter. I listen to men flatter other men for holding ice in his hand, but not achieve, so a soul can't reflect. You feel the constant effect when it's on the line. In an image you can't find the range of subtle minds, the story of our time. But I find minds within the binds of energy. You find that it's a necessity. In this game we play day to day, I let my soul lead the way. Images come and go like phases, similar to trendy ass phrases, lost within the pages when life stands a stage, meant to advance. Fuck holding an image, don't be scared to take a chance. Images come and go like phases, similar to trendy ass phrases, just lost within the pages, but life stands a stages, just meant to advance. Fuck holding an image, don't be scared to take a chance, take a chance. Images come and go. Person, image of an entity, image of my race, of a family, images. Life stands the stages, lost within the pages. Don't be scared to take a chance, take that come and go. Take that chance.
Society's my inspiration. Don't have to look far to find the flaw in this nation. Greed and narrow-mindedness are expanding by the day. To most people that's the only way. They do not longer care and they do not longer feel. They escape its sensation and imagine that it's real. They choose for simplicity, embrace it tight. Who knows what you find if you step out of the light. If money is involved, people really lose a sense of direction. Cash is the counterfeit of the question. Nobody asks themselves, nobody reflects or projects. No, they're sweating for paychecks. Meanwhile problems rise and keep rising. The problems don't get solved, now why isn't that surprising? People are pushed into their graves, slaves of oppression. Their whole life long they wear possessions. But it's not just them in this society. We are part of it too, I mean you and me. Of course it's very easy to complain, but I wonder, am I different or am I just the same? Do I really feel, do I really care? Look at myself, or I don't know if I would dare. Maybe I'll discover I'm not all that correct. If I reflect, I may lose my self-respect. But still it's needed, to know yourself is the key to living. Temptations come, but I won't give in. Knowledge of self is elevating. You learn to deal with matters that are whack or frustrating. Before you go out and judge what other people do, try to look at yourself from another point of view. Think before you jump to a conclusion, and save yourself from illusion.
First look at yourself before you judge one another. Why? Cause progress always gets smarted when you never get a chance to unite and rise. And today maintains and tomorrow dies. First look at yourself before you judge one another. Why? Cause progress always gets smarted when you never get a chance to unite and rise. And today maintains and tomorrow dies. Much problems nowadays are stuck in our ways. Information or fakes, we resist the face. We are part of the problem, we are part of the solution. Society's fault or individual confusion. It's easy to look at yourself as not part of the blame, not part of the problem, not feeling the shame. But it's hard to reflect and uplift the mind. You could discover you are partially blind, never thinking of what could be changed in this world, in this matter. While the fat get fatter, we downshift into the next decade. The harder things come is the harder things fade. But my mind is set on what happens right here. We can't fix it right now, what's in a couple of years? Loot the blind, feed the blind with rhymes in the set from which we can't escape. And there is no turning back. Illusions, global confusion, negative thoughts and evil constitution. Art in the doubt reflects part of the crap. Cause reflections of life take progress in check. First look at yourself before you judge one another. Why? Cause progress always gets smarted when you never get a chance to unite and rise. And today maintains and tomorrow dies. First look at yourself before you judge one another. Why? Cause progress always gets smarted when you never get a chance to unite and rise. And today maintains and tomorrow dies. They focus.
Respect yourself.
They focus.
Respect yourself.
They focus.
Respect yourself.
They focus.
If you respect yourself.
All I'm trying to say is, if you believe in yourself, break yourself. Right? You know what I'm saying?
You ready to go? Yeah. I'm ready to go. What about y'all? Y'all ready to go? Yeah. I'm ready to go. Look, know thyself, and thou shalt know the universe and God. Whoa. Know thyself, and thou shalt know the universe and God. Whoa. Know thyself, and thou shalt know the universe and God. Whoa. God is the mother, the father, the friend. Know ye not that ye must be born again? It's really time we separate the young men from the big men, the young girls from the women, whatever the title fit them. My style designed to open a child's mind when I spit them. I only got a little bit of time to really rhyme and uplift them. You see them brothers talking about that crime, forgive them. It won't be long before they words manifest and they live them. Sometimes you gotta go back to the beginning to learn. After 15 years, I'm just beginning to burn. To all my true hip-hoppers that pay bills and live proper, never allow a negative thought to stop ya. Correct your posture, stand upright, not uptight. Don't be scared of the light, just prepare for the fight. We say criminal-minded, cause our thoughts are illegal. We represent the very thinking of inner city people, real people, people that take care of themselves. They need health, love, awareness, and wealth. Not to mention knowledge of God, not college, then job, then dead. If you agree, nod your head. It's one thing to be iced out and rocked up, but what's the point if you're getting locked up? Know thyself, and thou shalt know the universe and God. Whoa. Know thyself, and thou shalt know the universe and God. Whoa. Know thyself, and thou shalt know the universe and God. Whoa. God is the mother, the father, the friend. Know ye not that ye must be born again? Come on, yo, tonight is it. We gonna steal away together through these rhymes I spit. When the student is ready, the teacher shall appear. So I'm here, but are you really ready to face your fears? More money, is that your credo? You've been living in a dream world, Neo. Power to the people. Nobody's equal, everybody's diverse and different. My lyric will never cheat you, my verse is gifted. So manifest what you believe is God Almighty. It could be Allah, Jesus, Krishna, Buddha, Aphrodite. It could be Nefertiti, come hear me and never fear me. It's like at some point in your life you're gonna have to hear me. I represent them teachers, preachers coming through your speaker, manifesting another lesson to them true believers. Instead of picking up our women ready to mistreat them, you better get yourself a wife and kid and never leave them. You better teach them, you better read them, you better feed them. The system will defeat them if you don't teach them, the cops will beat them. The style that I be kicking quick is edutainment. Hip-hop culture needed a teacher quick, so I became it. Instead of rhyming about my history and what I've been through, I'd rather rhyme about awakening the God within you. I'd rather rhyme about awakening the God within you. I'd rather rhyme about awakening the God within you. I'd rather rhyme about awakening the God within you.
Human, once a dream inconsequential in a mind of primordial earth.
has unfolded to godly proportions to enshrine the silent novelty of its birth. I, leavened by the sun and raised amongst the pain of concreteness misplaced, am called to reconcile my vast identity with the destruction with which we are faced. From my animate flesh, the symbol grew, now allowed to doubt the seamlessness of my unity. Initiated into the pathos of a dying era, I exist embedded in discontinuity. So here I am, radiating at the edge of evolution's fluid imagination, trying to live and let die, balancing my need for grief and sorrow with celebration. Oh, great spirit from plaster and plastic, I evoke your grace, guidance and protection as I reject my old truths and do with the subtleties of the internalized power of selection. As my face turns scarlet red, threatened by an ingrained fear of our mutual exposure, like a child broken by the divorce of earth and woman, I cry in a circle of ghosts hungry for closure. And my pain for the useless disconnect has me wondering what it is that is at stake. My sustenance has become my downfall. I watch the landfill swell with each bite that I take. No, I did not invent it, but grew from it the fabric of my dialectical being. Thus, within the questions that I ask exists the very myths that keep me from seeing. And the seemingly external violence I stand faithfully facing City Hall to protest is the same confusion and diseased articulation, violently numbing the heart beneath my chest. Driving a slave to motion, a cloud of veggie oil follows me through the broken streets, and the fallacy of relative progress draws honks and nods as if this beast were cleaner than my feet.
It's our own reflection. 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 It's our own reflection.
I lived in is now like a prison. Conditions have changed and now so must my vision. Here earth in transition, I trust if I listen, my new definition will live in transmission. Our ultimate test is upon us unless we abandon our faith in extractive success to be carried away. I mean sincerely obsessed with the vibrance to end with which life is expressed. It will perish, disintegrate, come let's participate. Milky Way speak to I through me, articulate. Your heart is fertile ground, my heart is seed to be. I worship your magic, I watched you get lost in me. Watch me grow rigorously, burst myself at the seams. No wait, forget myself, said too much, probably open to all exist. Close myself off to this tension is all that is pulling and pushing me.
People thought I was some weird hermit or something. But what I was doing in that time was I was getting my head straight. And I was learning about what was going on in our world. Deep amounts of knowledge and learning were being taken in. And then I had to make the decision to do something with that knowledge. That's not where it ends, that's where it begins.
Gotta stop. I was getting to the part of the story when the boy got there. And it
I'm about to represent.
I know you.
Nah, for real, man. What you about to do?
Nah, I'm just gonna rap.
Nah, you supposed to say catch rap.
Cut you bust that rap then, man. What's up?
In this lifelong quest to be the best man, I'm stressed out, no doubt. I have a careless attitude, views with friends and like trends, and I've had a few. But I move on through dawns and dust that pass, while others sell out their souls just for cash. Or some ass on a platter, doesn't matter. Somebody asked the E, cause he was living fatter than me. I spell it with a F, not a B. Write all my rhymes for free so that I can fucking see through my own eyes. I don't wanna be a no guy, flown high before, but course down to earth from my day of birth till I disperse in my hearse.
Don't step on the banana peels on the trails of the ones that fail to truly feel that they're real. Reality.
Find your own. Get off the bar. We ask you a question. Who's what and who are you and where you think we're going, so in progress, not an option.
There's an understanding of self through the world around me. I gain wealth.
Continue on my journey.
I need to be in an atmosphere that is free, that is open, that is striving for truth, and not somebody else dictating to you how to do your thing, which you know how to do better than anybody else.
I hope you enjoy the journey. I hope you enjoy the journey. I hope you enjoy the journey.
Mystic, yo.
I hope you enjoy the journey. I hope you enjoy the journey.
Mystic, yo.